Welcome to an in-depth journey through the history of Nova Scotia, Canada, one of Canada's most scenic and culturally rich provinces. Located on the east coast, Nova Scotia has a history spanning thousands of years, from its Indigenous origins to modern-day growth. Let's explore its fascinating past. Part 1. Indigenous History and the Mi'kmaq. Nova Scotia's history begins with the Indigenous Mi'kmaq people, who lived here for over 10,000 years. The Mi'kmaq were part of the Wabanaki Confederacy, a network of indigenous tribes in northeastern North America. Their culture revolved around a deep connection with the land, and they practiced fishing, hunting, and gathering, relying on nature's resources to sustain themselves. Mi'kmaq society was organized around clans, each with its territory and chief. The Mi'kmaq built wigwams, which were portable and well-suited to their nomadic lifestyle. Their connection with the land also influenced their spiritual beliefs, which honored animals, plants, and the natural world. Part 2. The arrival of European explorers. The first documented European contact came with John Cabot, an Italian explorer sailing under the English flag, who reached the coast in 1497. Soon after, European fishermen began coming to the region for the rich cod stocks. As French and English explorers arrived, they encountered the Mi'kmaq people, trading fur, metal tools, and other goods. The French presence grew in the 16th century, especially with explorers like Samuel de Champlain. In 1604, Champlain helped establish Port Royal, the first European settlement, marking the beginning of Acadian history in the region. Part 3. The foundation of Acadia. Acadia, a colony primarily populated by French settlers, developed in present-day Nova Scotia. The Acadians developed a unique agricultural lifestyle, creating dikes to reclaim fertile land from the Bay of Fundy. This ingenuity allowed the Acadians to farm land that would have otherwise been unusable. Despite early success, the Acadian settlement faced conflicts between the French and British empires, both vying for control of North America. Acadians lived in harmony with the Mi'kmaq and established a distinctive culture that combined elements of both French and Indigenous heritage. Part 4. The British-French rivalry and the expulsion of the Acadians. As European powers clashed for dominance, Nova Scotia became a focal point. In 1713, the Treaty of Utrecht officially gave control of Nova Scotia to the British, while the rest of Acadia remained with the French. The Acadians, however, maintained their culture and community under British rule. By the mid-1700s, tensions escalated, and the British feared the Acadians might support the French in a war. This led to the tragic expulsion of the Acadians in 1755, a period known as Le Grand Derangement. Over 10,000 Acadians were forcibly removed from their homes, with many sent to other British colonies, France and Louisiana, where they became the ancestors of the Cajun people. Part 5. The arrival of the New England planters and loyalists. Following the expulsion of the Acadians, the British government encouraged settlers from New England, known as the planters, to move to Nova Scotia. These planters took over lands left by the Acadians, bringing a new wave of British influence. In 1783, after the American Revolution, thousands of Loyalist colonists loyal to Britain arrived, further transforming Nova Scotia's social and economic landscape. They established new communities such as Shelburne, which briefly became one of North America's largest cities. Part 6. Early political developments and responsible government. In the early 1800s, Nova Scotia began establishing its unique identity within the British Empire. The province played a crucial role in developing responsible government, becoming the first British colony to achieve the status in 1848 under the leadership of Joseph Howe. Responsible government allowed Nova Scotians to elect their representatives, marking an important step toward democracy in Canada. The 1800s also saw the emergence of Nova Scotia's industries, including shipbuilding, coal mining, and agriculture. The province became renowned for its skilled shipbuilders, and the town of Lunenburg grew into a major fishing port. Part 7. Confederation and Economic Struggles. Nova Scotia was a founding member of the Canadian Confederation in 1867. However, not all residents supported this decision. Many believed that joining Canada would undermine Nova Scotia's unique identity and economic prospects. Despite this, the province adapted to the new political landscape. By the late 1800s, Nova Scotia experienced economic hardship as coal mines and shipbuilding industries faced challenges. The introduction of railroads helped boost trade, but the province struggled to compete economically with the larger provinces of Ontario and Quebec. Part 8. World Wars and Economic Transformation. The two world wars had a significant impact on Nova Scotia. Halifax became a strategic military port, and the city saw a large influx of soldiers and resources during both wars. In 1917, Halifax experienced one of the largest non-nuclear explosions in history when a munitions ship exploded in the harbor, causing widespread destruction and loss of life. Post-World War II, Nova Scotia shifted from an industrial economy to a more diverse one, focusing on tourism, education, and service industries. The province's scenic landscapes, rich cultural heritage, and maritime lifestyle attracted tourists from across the globe. Part 9. Cultural Renaissance and Modern Nova Scotia. In recent decades, Nova Scotia has experienced a cultural renaissance. Mi'kmaq culture and language have seen revitalization efforts, with initiatives to preserve and celebrate Indigenous heritage. The Acadian community has also worked to maintain its language, traditions, and identity. Today, Nova Scotia is known for its scenic beauty, with famous landmarks like Peggy's Cove, the Cabot Trail, and the historic town of Lunenburg. The province's economy now focuses on technology, education, and tourism, and it continues to be a cultural melting pot, combining Indigenous, Acadian, British, and modern Canadian influences. Nova Scotia's journey from its Indigenous roots to its current status as a vibrant Canadian province reflects resilience, adaptation, and diversity. Its rich history is a testament to the people who have shaped this land. Whether you're exploring its stunning landscapes or learning about its deep cultural roots, Nova Scotia offers a unique story that continues to unfold.